Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm sure you've heard about the news involving NBA player Jason Collins and his coming out. The article that was in Sports Illustrated this week, and you've seen Steve Nash and Kobe Bryant giving their support for Jason Collins as a result of coming out. You've seen Mike Wallace ask the question in terms of what's going on. You've seen Chris Broussard of ESPN in terms of saying that he believes the homosexual lifestyle he doesn't support and he believes it is rebellion against God. There's a lot of different opinions out there. There's a lot of different perspectives, a lot of strong, emotional, heartfelt opinions about this particular issue and Jason Collins coming out. And I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach in this video, because one of the things that I read in the Sports Illustrated article was that Jason Collins was saying, I'm black and I'm gay, and let's have the conversation. And I remember also that phrase, a similar phrase, was kind of used when Magic Johnson's son EJ came out, and he said that he wants to be the one who kind of sparks conversation about this issue of homosexuality and the homosexual lifestyle. Well, what I want to say is that one of the things that needs to happen, if there's going to be a real conversation, and that's what I'm basing this video on, if people really want to have real conversation, then we need to stop this labeling and we need to stop this propaganda that's going on from both sides. And what I mean by both sides, those who support homosexuality and those who don't support it. You see, I'm a Christian, and I've seen many of my fellow believers in Jesus Christ go out there and be very hateful towards homosexuals. I myself don't agree with it. I don't believe that the Bible teaches for it. And so because of that, that's my stance on it. But I still believe that when it comes to homosexuals, that you're supposed to treat anybody human. And that includes homosexuals, people who practice the homosexual lifestyle. You treat them with dignity, you treat them with class, you treat them with respect, and you treat them with love. That's what Jesus Christ would have done. That's a no-brainer. And so you have that side of it, and we as believers in Christ, I believe, need to do a lot better in that. Now, on the other side, what I've been seeing in terms of the pro-homosexual side, they have this sort of thing that you have to agree with them. You have to fully accept what is going on, and I'm not saying that all homosexuals are involved in that, because I think it's a mistake to sit up there and try to classify all homosexuals under one category. I think there's people who believe about it differently and practice it differently, and some people who may have that urge and may be dealing with the temptation of that in their life, and they don't practice it. So I don't think we can put everybody who claims to be homosexual or gay or lesbian in one category. But one thing I will say is that I do not appreciate the constant labeling of people who do not agree with the lifestyle as being hateful, as being unenlightened, and as being people who are somehow ignorant and people who need to somehow stay under a rock. If we're going to have true conversation about this topic, we need to stop the labeling from both sides. Another thing that I want to say about this particular topic is that if real conversation is to be had, we must understand that when people come together and converse, neither side may be persuaded. People who are pro-homosexual may continue to be pro-homosexual, and anything that you say in relation to against it may not change their mind. By the same token, those who are not in favor of that lifestyle, okay, and those of you who are pro-homosexual, you may say all these things until you're blue in the face, and you may not change people's views on that. I think the conversation just needs to be, how can we be more loving to one another? How can we be more gracious and more respectful to one another? More so than each side trying to indoctrinate the other. You see, as a Christian, I believe what I believe about homosexuality, but even some of you who know me, who are watching this video, know that that's not something that I have tried to drill into any homosexual people that I know or anything like that. I know what I believe, but I also know that it is more important for me to treat people with love and respect, because that's how the true message of Jesus Christ gets spread. Now, by the same token, if I were to do that, and if I were to come at people hard, as sometimes I see some of the pro-homosexual people coming at, hard and constantly belittling the people who don't agree with what I believe about Jesus Christ, then I would be labeled as hateful. And so when it's turned around, all of a sudden that's supposed to be about preaching tolerance. I don't think it's tolerance when you are not able to really have real conversation and you can't have somebody disagree with you without name calling them and without putting them down. So those are the two things that I'm thinking that really need to change if we're going to start having conversation about this. Okay, somebody who doesn't agree with the homosexual lifestyle, it doesn't make them hateful, that doesn't make them ignorant, that doesn't make them unenlightened. They just don't agree with it, and that needs to be okay. Now, in terms of if you practice homosexuality and that's what you do, you know what? We who disagree with you still need to love you, and we still need to treat you with respect. The only thing that I'm asking is that you do the same thing in return to us. I'm Lando Riggs. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to visit us at www.sportsinbounds.com. We're going to have a new show live Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Blog Talk Radio. Be sure to join us. With that, I'm out.